Hi, good morning students. So today we'll start with a new chapter in C which is called the pointers. It is a very important chapter. Actually, pointers are very useful for C programming. They are variables that store the memory address of other variables. There's a definition for pointer is that a variable that points to the address of another variable. For example, suppose you have ordered something on Flipkart, right? So whenever you are ordering something on Flipkart, there is a delivery boy who will deliver the item to your address. So the delivery boy is a pointer variable. It will point to the address of another variable. Who is the another variable? Me, or the person to whom the parcel will be delivered. Clear? So pointer is a variable that points to the address of another variables. This is the definition of it. Now, but a pointer variable can be dereferenced to reveal the data stored at the address it contains. Right? A pointer variable, when used alone, references a memory address expressed in hexadecimal. These are some of the points that I will say. There is a star operator, or when we will use for the pointer, there is a star operator present. I am coming later. Now, there are some benefits of using pointer. What are the benefits? The benefit is that it can use, or it can be widely used for array and structure. Array and structure means in array, whenever we will point any element, that means I am checking each and individual element from the whole array set or array index. But if I am going for pointer, that means I am pointing the address, so I can easily find the element from there. That means it reduces the execution time also. I can search any element by the address, so instead of searching all the elements one by one, I can directly go to the address of that particular element and you can see, yeah, this is the element, right? And next one is it allows dynamic memory management. Dynamic memory management means, suppose I entered a marriage ceremony, and when I entered there, I have seen the menu. A lot of good menus are there, so I started eating from the naan puri and the chana bhatura, and moving on to it, there are the biryani, then there is the mutton items, then there are the chicken kebabs. By this way, there are some prawns. So there are a number of items present, and in the last there are some sweets. So first of all, I will start eating from this kebab, this biryani, this prawns. I will go for it. Now after that, after eating all of the things, I have seen that no, I can easily take 2 rasgullas inside me or 2 rasgullas inside me, right? So I can place the elements. This is called dynamic memory management or dynamic memory allocation. That means during runtime of the program, I am eating the food. After eating or taking the food, I can easily take it into my mind that yes, I can take 2 more rasagullas or 2 more gulab jamuns inside me. This is called dynamic memory allocation or dynamic memory management. Clear? Now come to the depth of it. What is the idea? What is the concept of this pointer? A pointer variable, when prefixed by a pointer operator after its declaration, it references the data stored at the address. That means, suppose I am taking here a variable integer a equals to 10, right? Now when I am writing there integer a equals to 10, means I am taking a variable a equals to 10, and the variable is of integer type, and it has been allocated to a memory location 80F. Clear? So I have make a block here. There is a location. Location is suppose Salt Lake. There is the value, that means me is 10, and there is the name of the location, that means in Salt Lake it can be nearby Karunamui. This is the location. Karunamui is inside Salt Lake, so it can be nearby this. And what is the address? The address is now 80/1 Prince Street, Karunamui. This is the address of it. So there are 3 things. First is the name of the location. There is the value, that means which element, to whom the element will be delivered, and the address. Now we can access the value 10 either by using the variable name a, that means name of the location. It's in Karunamui. Not instead of using Salt Lake, I'm checking, yeah, it is in Karunamui. So I can go to Karunamui and can check the element, or I am directly going to the address, which is 80F. Quite clear? Now since the memory address are simply numbers, they can be assigned to some other variable also. Inside that particular address, suppose this is a flat, 80/1, this is a flat. So how can I search the element? Then I have to go to the particular apartment to whom I will deliver the element. then the idea of pointer variable happens, right? That means which memory or which slot is filled up by this element. Then I'll go to the pointer variables. So pointer variables is nothing but a variable that points to the address of another variable. Clear? Now here I have given another diagram of it, that has address of A is 80F. Now it is pointed by something. The actual address is myself, which is 10. This is 10, the actual element, and this is the location that I want to serve, and this is the address 80F, right? I have to point it. How will I point? By a pointer name. So 80F is, I have to go to 80F, so I can directly go to 80F. Who will point? The address of pointer, who will point? 82C. That means the element that will point to my address. That means the courier boy, this is the courier boy who will point to the address of mine. Clear? This is called a pointer variable or PTR. Right? In many of the books it is written, here I have given an example of the initialization of pointer. In many books it is written integer a equals to PTR, integer star PTR, PTR equals to ampersand now. What is this thing? First you have to know how I will declare a pointer variable. How I will declare a pointer variable? First of all, I will write the data types, then I will give a start, then I will give a start, and finally I will give the pointer name. So data type of the pointer must be same as the variable. That means integer or float or character. Then I will write which the pointer is pointing to. And void type pointer works with all data types. If I like there void star PTR, that means it can go for any of the things. I am coming in the next part that what is void, what is not. These are different things. So in this part, void type pointer works with all data types. Okay. So first of all, I am going for the data type, then I am giving a star or the asterisk, then I am giving the pointer name. Now what is this star? The pointer variable should not be prefixed by the dereference operator in the assignment. Now the star character represent, what is this star? This star character represents what? Represents a dereference operator. Write it in your copy, you can go for it. The star character represents the dereference dereference operator, and it merely denotes that the declared variable is a pointer. The pointer's data type must match the data type of the variable when it points to it. Okay. So this is the declaration part. Now coming to the initialization part. Initialization part is pointer initialize the process of assigning address of a variable to it. Is okay. That means I am giving some value to it. Initialization means I am giving some value to the variable, right? Now in C language, address operator is accessed by ampersand. You have already written it. Scan a %d, comma, ampersand a, ampersand b, like this. That means it is used to determine the address of the variable. Quite clear. Now the ampersand returns the address of the variable associated with it. Take an example. What does it mean? Suppose I am taking a variable a equals to 10 on the previous example. A equals to 10. I have given an example. Now integer star PTR. So PTR is a integer pointer variable. That means I am declaring a pointer variable here. Now I am declaring, or I am checking PTR equals to ampersand a. That means PTR is a integer pointer variable. That is the courier boy. This is myself with the location A. Now PTR will point to whom? With the address of A. Address of A means myself. So I can write it as PTR equals to ampersand A, or I can write both the initialization and declaration at the same time as integer star PTR equals to ampersand A. You are saying this thing, na? Integer star PTR. PTR is an integer pointer variable. It is pointing to the address of myself. That means I can easily write it as integer star PTR equals to ampersand A. Clear? This is called the initialization part. Now come to the next part of another initialization. Suppose I am taking float A. I am not initializing any value, I am declaring a value. So float A. Integer star PTR is a variable. Now PTR equals to ampersand A, cannot write it. Why? Because you are declaring a variable which is float, and you are pointing with a pointer variable which is integer, which is an integer pointer variable. How can you point to the address of that element? Right? It is from a different type or a different data type. You are given a pointer, you have a hub or a distributing center. From there you are given the permission to go only to Chinar Park area, not to any other place. Now one item by mistake was transferred to your place, right, in the Chinar Park area, but it was to be delivered in somewhere nearby, suppose you are taking the item to Howrah. So that is not in your jurisdiction. That means it is giving an error, and it will just confirm that your parcel has been transferred here. It will be delayed by 1 day. This is the same case here also. This will give a type mismatch. Clear? Now come to another part, which is called dereferencing pointer. Dereferencing of pointer means, I have told you, this star is an indirection operator or a dereference operator. Star character represents. So integer a comma star p. Two variables are there. One is integer pointer variable, which is star p, and second one is called integer a. A equals to 10 and p equals to ampersand a. Quite clear. A has a value 10. Okay, no problem. If I am writing it as integer a and then I am writing integer star p, no problem. Both of them are same. A equals to 10. A is accessing a value 10, and here you are writing p equals to ampersand a. So printf percentage d comma star p. If I write here printf percentage d comma star p, what will it print? It will print the value of a. Why? Because p is accessing the address of a. In address of a, who is placed? 10. So it will print the value of 10. In the next case, if I print the value ampersand star ampersand a, this will also print the value of a. Why? Star means a pointer variable. Star and address becomes cross cut, like plus minus, cross cut. So it will give a value a. What will it print? It will print the value of a. Third one is, if you are writing printf percentage u comma ampersand a, u means unsigned, this will print the address of a. Why address of a? Because you are directly saying you have to print the value of a. There is no star, there is no anything. So you are printing the value of the address of a. You are printing the address. Fourth one is printf percentage u comma p. It will again print the value of a. Why? It will print the value address of a. Why? Because you have written here p equals to ampersand a. So percentage u, percentage I, percentage d, whatever be there, if you are printing the value of p, that means you are taking the address of a. So it will print the address of a. And the last one is printf percentage u comma ampersand p. It will again print the address of p. Right? Address of p. Why address of p? Because you are writing that at ampersand p. Ampersand p is present? No. You are placing only ampersand a has a value 10, you are printing all the value. But whenever you are going for ampersand p, that means it is printing the address of p, nothing else. Very easy thing. Now the idea of pointers and array comes. What are the idea of arrays and pointers? Arrays, I have told you, that is a collection of homogeneous elements. So when an array is declared, compiler allocates sufficient amount of memory. Here I have taken an array which is integer array 5. Name of the array is ARR. 5 is the maximum size. I am placing 5 elements there. So how it will be placed inside the array? With the base address 1000, 1002, 1004, 1006, 1008. Why 1000, 1002? I have taken the size as 2 bytes. So here it is integer. So it is taking 2 bytes gap. 1000, 1002, 1004, 1006 and 1008. And the array indexing starts from array 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 elements are there. Right. Here I have described it. What is ARR? It will give the base address. ARR will give the base address, which is a constant pointing to the element ARR 0 to ARR 4. And ARR is containing the address 1000. ARR is the element of the 1000. So ARR is equal to ampersand ARR 0. By default it is taking it. ARR means it is taking the address or it is taking the base address 1000. Array 0 is the base address, it will take the value. Okay. Come to the next part. We can declare a pointer variable. We can declare a pointer type to pointer array. Again the same case, integer star p, and we are taking p equals to ARR or p equals to a ampersand ARR 0. Suppose here I have given an pointer to an array, and it is same as that. How will I point an array to it? By taking a for loop, and again the same process, no change is there. And in the last case,